We're back in Kathmandu, heading for the high peaks once more.
Off we go. 10 hours. 10 hours.
My sister Emma, her friend Leis and I are going to walk around the world's 8th highest peak, Manaslu. And it looks like this guy is giving us his full blessing. It's a bit like a drug, this trekking caper. Even 10 hours on a local bus is worth it to get to our starting point in western Nepal, the town of Sutikola. We hook up with our guide, Tika, from the Himalayan trekking company. His nephew Pasang and friend Lakpa will be our porters for the next 2 weeks. An endless procession of donkeys share the track with us. There are literally hundreds of them, with bells on, pooing all over the path as they cart provisions to fuel our progress further up. We're heading up the Budi Gandaki River Valley. These waters originate way up near our high Himalayan destination. Luckily, there are lots of pit stops for chai along the way.
Is it okay now? It's good to have it, isn't it? Yeah.
Having trekked to Gokyo the year before, we're used to the basic accommodation on these Nepalese adventures. It's all part of the mission to get as high as we possibly can. A few years back, this was just a dirt track, but now the side of the mountain is being blasted to make way for a road. You can see it snaking all the way up the valley. It seems like a desecration of this spectacular landscape, but this is where future trekkers will set off from, saving them a full 2 days walking. It's a relief when we leave the roadworks behind and enter the Manaslu Conservation Area. This protected zone was declared in 1998 and covers over 1,500 square kilometres. But there are still signs of blasting above the ancient trade route. Some say they want to push the road right on through to Tibet. We come across a group of men surveying the landscape. Tika says it's for a future dam, which is hard to imagine in this conservation area. The Budi Gandaki River starts way up in the Manaslu Himal, and the Budi Gandaki Hydropower Project, a national pride project, plans to hold back these waters further downriver. If ever completed, it'll displace 50,000 people to generate 1,200 megawatts of electricity. Demand in Nepal at this particular time often reaches 1,300 megawatts. It's the beginning of Tihar, the Festival of the Lights, which coincides with the new moon in October, and the country's 30 million inhabitants are lighting up. But not so much here. Sometimes the track gets truly treacherous.
Look out, Nelly. That was very close.
Yeah. And it's mostly uphill. Sometimes we walk over 20 kilometres a day. Further up, when the going gets really hard, it's more like 7. Locals are building more and more guest houses to accommodate trekkers like us, and stupas to protect them too. Although nothing can save even the sturdiest structures from earthquakes, like the 7.8 magnitude one that struck Nepal in April 2015. This man is still reconstructing his hotel and selling delicious treats on the trail to fund it.
And you have to rebuild.
Rebuild again. So now is no problem. I get earthquake proof.
Earthquake proof.
Earthquake-proof, great. This is fantastic.
Earthquakes are not uncommon here. The Himalayas were formed 50 million years ago when the Indian tectonic plate smashed into the Eurasian plate and pushed the Earth sky high.
Beautiful.
The uplift is still happening at about 1 centimetre per
Then
year.
we go to Sama. Then we go to Samdar. And then we go to Dharamshala. Yeah, and then we go over the pass.
We're subsisting on dal bhat, which is a delicious local dish made from lentils and rice.
Pre-cook hour.
It makes for good gut health and regular bowel movements. We're also indulging in Tibetan bread or Manaslu bread, eggs and porridge, all essential to fuel our ascent. And every evening we play Scrabble to keep our minds sharp and our competitive spirit alive.
Huge. Which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 8.
There are about 9,000 locals in 56 villages here, mostly living pretty traditional lives. Buckwheat, maize, wheat and karu, or naked barley, are all harvested up here along with millet and corn. We're just over 3,000 metres now, and Leis in particular is feeling it.
Don't you think we're going to make it?
But onwards and upwards we trek. Another 530 metres in altitude until we reach the village of Samagan. Our arrival coincides with a mass immigration from Tibet. The caravans consist of mules, yaks and jokki, a mix of cow and yak.
This is what life's like up here, running after animals.
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of it.
People go back and forth bringing goods while the border is open during this 15-day window before the government imposes taxes again and snow cuts the high mountain passes. Our trek follows the Himalayan circuit, a route sacred to Buddhists. The great yogi and tantric master, Padmasambhava, walked this way. He's the precious guru who spread Buddhist practices across the Himalayas in the 8th and 9th centuries. The Dharma king, Trishin Detsen, invited him to Tibet and asked him, in the future, when the world is filled with war and conflict and hardship, will there be any safe refuge where people can go in order to practice?
Fighting.
Padmasambhava replied, there will be 5 sacred valleys where war shall never enter. This area, the Newbury Valley, is one of them.
Huh? There's an obstacle on the path.
We spent a day acclimatising with a walk to Birendra Tal at the base of Manaslu Glacier. Then we push on up the track with the yaks and mules and trekkers to get higher and higher.
We are in Samdo, at about 3,800 metres, in a triple room, first triple room we've had on the trip. Very squeezy. Not a lot of room to move, as you can see. Nowhere to put the bags, but hopefully it'll be warm with all the body heat. And we've kind of got a whole bag of scroggin bits that we need to deal with for the next few days. It's rather overkill. There's all this, heaps of this.
We've only got 4 more days.
I know. Do you think we're even going to eat all this?
Yes.
Anyway, we'll deal with it.
We're just 35 kilometres from the Tibetan border, and the caravans of people and their beasts of burden can be seen pouring in from the autonomous region of the People's Republic of China into the Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal. They're all well acclimatised to this altitude, but not so some of our fellow trekkers. Choppers, or taxis as the guides like to call them, fly in to take those stricken with altitude sickness back down to safer ground.
Oh, the poor things. Far out. Off they go.
Luckily, we're all good to go. We're even up for a spot of shopping en route.
Feel how soft it is.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Caught in the mountain.
Bought in the mountain.
How much is the bag?
3,000 हो 3,000 अनि के अर्को राखेको के त्यो
From up here, you can see just how much the glaciers flowing down from Manaslu have retreated. At least there's still some snow on the peaks, but I wonder what sort of vistas trekkers will encounter in the future as our world continues to heat up. Lots of trekkers were suffering on this part of the trail, so they built a new stop at Dharamshala to allow for another night's rest. And a bit more shopping. Oh yeah, we've got to buy the prayer flags for a start. At least we're not in one of the many tents pitched up here. The temperature drops to -7 overnight, so we hire extra doonas at 200 rupees each. That's about $2. A flask of tatopani or hot water is around the same price.
Who's that? Come here. Come here. What is it?
Hi!
It's Pasang and Lakpa laughing at us sitting in here like this with our tea. They think we're mad. I think we're mad sitting up here. The ladies.
With the hot water.
I think we're very wise. It is absolutely
Yeah.
comfortable. I feel so comfortable. I love this room. I mean, it would be nice to have eating, but
It's so funny because the base of the bed is rock.
I mean, that's really.
The next day, we set off at 5 a.m, following the lights of trekkers' headlamps. As the Earth spins on its inevitable axis, dawn breaks, lighting up the tip of the planet's 8th highest peak. You need to drink a lot of water to prevent altitude sickness, but our supplies are all frozen.
I can't believe all that water's frozen. Can't drink anything out of there. Nothing.
It's a 10-hour walk to our destination, so we have to keep moving. Miraculously, there's a tea house up here, capitalising on trekkers' needs. A welcome cup of chai gives us the courage we need to continue up another 5 hours.
Takes so much. Isn't it exhausting? Exhausting. It's just that every time it feels like it just goes so much
Thank goodness we're not trying to climb to the peak of Mount Manaslu. This autumn season, 264 climbers in 27 teams did just that, raising 270 million Nepalese rupees in government fees, the second highest royalty income after Everest. Personal guides like Tika get good fees too.
and people can find you there and they go, yeah, we want Tika and you take us here, there, wherever.
Sometimes African, sometimes British people, sometimes.
Breathing the air here is about as fresh as you can get. In Delhi, on this very day, it's 20 times the World Health Organization's limit for safety. It's November the 3rd, 2019, and we finally make it to Laki Pass, the highest point on our trek, at 5,106 metres. The pass is marked by a stone cairn with prayer flags flapping furiously on high. Each strand of cotton lost to the wind is a prayer for peace and compassion in the world. We add our own string to the maypole with a wild prayer for climate action. There's quite a crowd up here, and we've all flown to Nepal from our various home countries in planes that have contributed to the escalating load of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
Where are the Italians? They must be coming up the rear.
They're here. In the 5 years to 2025, snowfall in the northwestern Himalayas has decreased by 25% compared to the average between 1980 and 2020. Many parts of the Himalayan region are now experiencing what they call snow drought during the winter. This impacts the lives of hundreds of millions of people who depend on the meltwater from these glaciers to irrigate crops and quench their thirst.
Fluff of snow here and there.
Shoes, it seemed like a house shoes.
Hooray! Hello! We're lucky to have some hot tea to warm us up. The water has been heated with gas, a fossil fuel that when burnt contributes to global warming. We huddle around fires, burning with wood from increasingly rare trees. It's a catch-22. We've achieved a personal best, but at some environmental cost. Some of us are just happy to have made it over the pass before nightfall.
Well, she made it. Oh dear. I can't believe she can do it.
Yeah, I can feel those calf muscles. It's the descending.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's different muscles now.
Yeah.
We're now in the Annapurna Conservation Area, and again, the scars of once mighty glaciers mock us. The way the oil barons are behaving, it seems inevitable that the life-giving water that flows from the snouts of those rivers of ice will one day dry up. The pine trees, cedars, firs and birches will wither as their ecosystems are impacted. Habitat for hundreds of species will die off, and the trekkers, along with their money, will also stop coming. Maybe this kind of reflection is all part of coming down from such an elevated natural high. But seeing these sights really rams it home.
Tika was telling me something which is a bit interesting. That tomorrow, when we get to Bessie Sahar, which is before Chamji, right? Is that right? Yeah. That's where the road starts.
No, from Darapani.
Oh, Darapani, I mean. Yeah. And how far is... Because we don't want to walk on the road with the jeeps all driving past us.
Is it like a serious busy road?
No one really wants to walk along roads with jeeps belching fumes. We'd much rather trek through ancient forests where locals live sustainable lives. Call it the noble savage syndrome, but being able to flow along with sacred rivers carrying that beautiful milky aqua glacial meltwater that sustains so much life on Earth feels real and right. And, yes, privileged. At least I was able to capture some of the grandeur of this region while it lasts, and share it with you for your consideration. But for now, we need a jeep to take us back to Kathmandu.
Black pie is going to big shit in the toilet. It's moving kind.
Tell him I'm ecstatic. Truly. It's been wonderful to be free from cars But to tell the truth, after 2 weeks, it's a massive relief not to be walking anymore. This is the worst road for filming I've ever been on. I think I'll stop.
Yeah.